here today, and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll sing, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines, and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa, and they'll know. Everyone will know. They should have believed in me.
Should have believed, baby.
And we are here inside the Varsity Center. Rob, you thought I was going to say just spieling it, right? I like to spiel it everywhere, and we have spieled it out onto the stage. We're going to take you on a tour of the Varsity Center today. This is a theater. Is there a certain way you like to say theater or theater?
Theater.
Theater. Okay, so do you know what the definition of a theater is? What would you say?
A viewing arena.
A viewing arena. Anybody else? Julie, maybe Julie has an answer. See, she was starstruck, so she's not even here. She did not want to come on this stage today. But no, a theater is a building or an outdoor area in which plays and other dramatic performances are given. Do you think that's a theater? Yeah. Okay. And the activity or profession of acting in, producing, directing, or writing plays. Or in our industry, we like to call them movies, little vignettes. And you know what? I felt like this show would be a great time to put on display the works of Rob Reinfuss and Jason Pinkston. You've both done your own movies, theater. Yeah? So we're going to use this little hole right here to do a little snippet. I think Pinkston has like the weird zombie movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
You're gonna have to go back the way we came into the courtyard. Take that ladder up onto the roof and find a way in. Listen, this is a big place. Don't get lost. There's no telling who else is inside.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Just watch your back.
And you have Rob Reinfuss,
I'm trying to think of
your directorial debut.
there's a Super Bowl commercial.
Well, I've seen the Super Bowl commercial, and I love that, for Doritos, and we are going to play that. Let's look at that, because you know what? First of all, it should have been selected. Secondly, maybe it'll be selected next year, and I do get a cut of the proceeds, right? Okay.
She looks pretty mad.
Yeah, she's pretty upset.
How long's she been at it?
She's been at it for a while.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I don't live here. Want some?
Don't you have something else? There was like a sci-fi something, wasn't there? What about the one with the person in the trunk?
Yeah, that we actually had the police come.
We had the police come when we were shooting and cutting this.
A dead body in the trunk.
A dead body, which is a little redundant. We had a body, a dead person in the trunk,
Right.
and the police came. Yep. The Carbondale, Illinois police?
No, this was in Carterville.
This was in Carterville, Illinois. And did the person stay in character, or?
No, I actually told her, I said, hey, Jennifer, I need you to be really alive right now.
Be alive, right, that's good.
Do you remember this?
How could I forget?
a symphony, then we would be a perfect harmony. I don't want to live this way. I really wish we
Those things are gonna be the death of you. You never listen.
Those things are gonna be the death of you.
Just take your pills, babe.
But you know, I mean, that's the thing. We're gonna get into this theater today. What's gonna happen here is we're gonna look at a work of art. It's a piece of art. It's something that people chose to keep. They didn't want to tear it down because it means something. And now not only are you going to have the ability to watch on the big screen, you're gonna have the ability to watch the Spiel here on the stage. And then of course this is home to community theater, and we've got a great talent upstairs that we're gonna showcase in just a little bit too. So stay right there. We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
We've got our little bit of Rebel Yell
Okay.
there at the bottom. We're going to add our fruit punch mix just to the top.
You're not
here.
gonna tell me what's in that?
No.
What?
I can't tell you. Okay, all right. Little secret. It's a mix of a couple different ingredients, and our secret ingredient that I just might give away here.
Okay. And it actually took the support of the community to want to keep it open.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. So in 2003, Karasotes Theater shut this theater down. So then in 2008, this was actually established as a nonprofit property, and it's just been operating as a nonprofit ever since.
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. To find out more, visit bankofheron.com.
And we are spieling it in the Varsity Center in Carbondale, Illinois. Thrilled to be here tonight with Nathan Colombo.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Angie.
What about that? Is that
I'm
enough
a-
of an applause? I think we need more of an applause.
Bring
I mean,
it
we're in a
up, bring it
theater.
up, bring it
we
up.
We gotta stand
Raise
up.
the roof. Bring it on.
That's
Bring
right,
it. Hey,
that's right.
double hand clap. Bringing it in.
Double
Bringing
hand
it in.
clap. Okay, cool. Here's why we're here, all right? Number one, when you have a place with such a history and just steeped in perfection and bringing great talents and acts, and you just, Jason and his wife, first date right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about that?
That's true love is found in this place on a regular basis.
It is?
Yes. Yes. We have folks coming through all of the time talking about their first movie.
Yes.
Their first love.
Yes. When their wife caught them here with that I'm kidding.
The trouble,
I'm
the
kidding,
trouble.
I'm kidding,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
hey, the first time you get busted too, it does happen. It does happen. Even sneaking in, a illicit drink or two into the movie theater. Some real classic.
But you don't really have to
stories
do
there.
that. Do you normally offer it?
Well,
for
not anymore.
guests?
Now, back in the day,
Okay.
they didn't serve alcohol here at the theater, but now that it's governed by a nonprofit board that uses it to produce all sorts of entertainment,
Okay.
we are able to serve alcohol
Very
utilizing
good.
our liquor license.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you know what's super cool about that is we know that Southern Illinois is home to a lot of breweries, wineries,
Yep.
and you've got some of those phenomenal beers and things that are being made like right here in Illinois. Talk a little bit about
we
that.
do. We've got some offerings from Big Muddy Brewery that's just down the road in Murfreesboro.
Very familiar.
And then we also have some offerings from Excel Brewing and Bottling in Breeze, Illinois. They
knew?
do not only do beer, they also do a full line of sodas made with 100% pure cane sugar. None of that high fructose corn syrup stuff. It's the
brilliant.
good sugar. It's
Brilliant.
the sugar that really, makes your bones strong.
That's right, absolutely. Speaking of that, anytime we spiel it in a place, we have to say thank you to Prairie Farms. You're a mixologist for us tonight. We're going to be doing a drink. You know that there's a lot of
Amateur.
well, you know what? As long as you can stir, mix, pour it all in, you're a mixologist,
There we go,
right?
there we go.
But Prairie Farms, we love as a sponsor. There are a lot of drinks that you can make with the heavy creams and the milk base and all of that. But
Absolutely.
tonight we are using what?
We are using Rebel Yell bourbon.
Ooh, Rob, do you have a Rebel Yell? Rebel Yell.
We are using our signature fruit punch mix. It's got several different components in it, but it's a secret.
Only available
I can't
here
tell you. Only
at the
available
Varsity Center.
at the Varsity Center.
There you go.
And then we top it off with a little bit of orange juice for color and for some tang.
Little OJ. Okay, I like it.
Let's do it up. Are we gonna make some drinks now?
You know what? Just make it away. Let's get it done.
We start off here by just busting out the ice, just like any good drink. You got to start with some good crushed ice there.
Yes.
We're gonna do our liquor at the bottom. Oh, let's see if I can get a good pop off that.
You know, some of these places that you go to now, they claim that their ice is like a certain temperature, and the ice is the actual. It'll like steam. You're following me on
Yeah,
this?
the
ice
fancy
bar?
stuff.
Yeah,
the,
the
the,
fancy.
the gastro or the gastroenterol. No. Sorry.
That's
the,
altogether
the,
something
the,
different,
The
yeah.
gastronomic effects
There it is.
of liquid nitrogen and other wonderful things. So
Yes.
we've got our little bit of Rebel Yell
Okay.
there at the bottom. We're going to add our fruit punch mix just to the top.
You're not
here.
going to tell me what's in that.
No.
What?
I can't tell you. Okay, all right. Little secret. It's a mix of a couple different ingredients, and our secret ingredient that I just might give away here.
Okay.
It's jam.
Stop.
I swear.
Okay,
I swear.
now that's cool.
We put jam in it, and the jam dissolves up. Right? It gives it just that extra little bit of sweetness.
Oh, I'm
right?
excited.
And
I'm
then
excited.
We'll top it off with just a splash of orange juice to make it pretty.
Okay. All right, and then you come in with more of the Rebel Yell, or?
If you would like, but not normally.
Not usually,
Not
okay.
normally, but
Okay.
hey, this is the spiel, right? and we do it right on the spiel. So
We like to spiel it
We'll
on
come,
the
We'll come
spiel.
in with just a little splash
There you
of-
go.
on the top there.
That's
We'll,
pretty.
Give you a quick stir here.
Okay. This is not a shake
Draw-
and drink.
No, not
it's
a shake.
Stir.
It's a stir, pour
Okay.
and stir.
Shall I wait for you to make yourself one, or?
I'd be more than
Okay,
happy to.
okay.
What the heck? If we're having fun, let's have some fun. Now, this I can splash through real quick. Now, I can't assure that I'm going to give myself extra bourbon because I still got to go on stage later this evening and say nice things. But
I heard that you were like a funny guy,
yeah,
like
well,
a comedian guy.
Yes. I bill myself as a comedian from time to time. I tell folks I'm really not that funny on stage, but I bring funny people around. And so by that virtue, I'd say I'm just a humorous MC
Okay.
more than anything. But yes, comedian is a thing.
Okay.
Comedian is the thing that
While we enjoy our, what's the name of
Cheers.
this?
It is our raspberry bourbon fruit punch.
Raspberry bourbon fruit punch.
Good. It's very
Can they
good.
go to your website and find that recipe?
thevarsitycenter.org. They cannot find the recipe, but they can find all sorts of other awesome happenings here at the Varsity Center.
There you go.
From movies to performances to theatrical productions by our resident theater company, the Stage Company of Jackson County,
Yes,
Illinois.
yes.
Very, very cool stuff happening here.
I've heard about that, and we have a wonderful talent coming up a little bit later in this show. Just saw him walk in the door. He's like, he's one of those talents. He's like, don't talk to me yet. Green M&Ms in his dressing room.
well, that's just to know that the staff beforehand really gave real consideration to his requests as a performer. Just like what Metallica used to do back in the day, or Led Zeppelin, whoever it was.
Metallica is not coming up later on the show. It's someone else. But Metallica, you're welcome to come.
Anytime.
Be on the show. And they could even perform here.
I mean, we would have them, we would open up the big room for them. We would give them access to the premium space, 515 seats, not even fully remodeled yet, but we would find a way.
We would get you in.
You know, it's funny that you say
That's
that,
awesome.
Angie, because just a couple days ago, I was perusing through YouTube, looking at old videos of Carbondale, Illinois, just to see, you know, what's the cool stuff that we used to have happen here in this town?
Yes.
1992.
Yes.
SIU Arena.
Stop.
Metallica!
Oh,
Oh, it was
man.
there. It was there.
What?
Yeah,
You were
they
not
played.
there. Were you
No, I
born?
wasn't there.
You
No,
weren't born.
I was 3 years old. I wasn't quite there.
Have we
I wasn't
not done the
quite
part?
there.
Is it cheers, salute? What do you
cheers.
prefer?
Salute.
Cheers. Okay.
Either way. It's
Either
Colombo,
way.
it's Italian, I'll
Colombo.
go with salute.
Got it,
I'll go
got
with
it.
salute.
Well, you know what? This is
good.
wonderful.
That's good.
Are you prepared any given night? I mean, if somebody comes up, anymore, people expect you to know your drinks and what you're going to do, and they throw out all these names to you. You feel confident that you can meet their needs, whatever they need from the
So
bar?
what we do in our bar to
Okay.
ensure that we are able to provide top quality service is we actually kind of part down our menu. And
Okay.
we only offer specialty drinks on any given night.
Okay.
So if you come in, you're not just able to order any old drink, any, you know,
Right.
gin and
Just
something martini.
something you can get all the time.
You can, yeah, no, you're going to get something special here. You're going to get one of our amazing house margaritas.
Love
You're going
it.
to get the raspberry bourbon fruit punch. You're going to get a caramel macchiato Moscow Mule.
Oh.
We got all sorts
that
of
sounds
specialties.
good. That sounds
all
really
sorts
good.
of specialties.
You know, we also have to say kudos to Cristados.
I like that. Kudos to Cristados.
Is that
I'm on
good?
board. Oh,
You like
love
that?
it. Absolutely love it.
A pastry chef, all their own over there, turning out some remarkable items. Do you offer this to your attendees?
So
or?
we are lucky enough to work with Cristados Bakery here in Carbondale, Illinois, to provide for different shows at different times any level of offerings
Okay.
that are more kind of in the appetizer or dessert sweets realm, right?
Sure,
So what we
sure.
have prepared here today is a tray of cookies and cakes and macaroons and all sorts of goodies. But what they can provide for us is anything from their a tray of their signature pink cookies all the way to a full catered ordeal with flatbreads and chicken skewers and kebabs and all
I
sorts of
see
delicious stuff.
baklava, which means we can be friends
We can.
already. Yeah, when we're friends.
Pleasure.
But you know what? I like to think that I'm somewhat of a dessert connoisseur. Okay.
Really?
So what I would like to do is to be blindfolded.
Okay.
And you can offer up anything from these
Anything.
trays.
Anything.
And I'm going to be able to tell you exactly what it is.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Let's give it a
Okay.
shot.
Now listen, the one thing I didn't tell you about this bit. Be sure to whisper to me what it is.
Ooh. I may not even know what it is. We'll have to get through the best we can.
So
All
here we
right.
go. Did I tell you I didn't have my contacts in anyway, so I'm already blind?
Already blind.
Yes.
Already blind. I'm going to try and not
Yes.
catch your hair in it because you've done so well.
Oh,
so
thank
lowly.
you.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
Ashley Nicole, she does the hair and the makeup. And now wait, there's some false eyelashes in here too.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're
Uh-oh.
good. We're good. Yeah.
We're good. We're there.
Okay, now listen, have you washed your hands? And then definitely use the little thing,
Tongs
the
it is.
tongs. Yeah.
Tongs it is.
Okay, so what do we have? Like, give me the first thing that you can think of that I might know and I might not know.
The first thing
Just
that we're
an
going to provide
offering.
you,
Yes.
I think it's going to be chocolatey.
Okay, and only like fat-free stuff.
Good luck.
What?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Give it a shot.
What do we have? Okay. Let's see.
That is one of their vegan mochas. Doesn't taste vegan, does it?
It does not.
Because when you think vegan, you don't always think
It would be so
tastes
much better
delicious.
with sirloin inside or something. You know, it'd be great.
Hey, that's what I like with all my pastries, right? Just a solid filet mignon right in the middle of the baked goods.
All right, what else do we have?
Let's see. What
Something
are we
else,
going
like
with
really
next?
throw me for a loop here.
Ooh, four loop.
Now, do they always have this much of an array at Cristados?
They do. They always have this many wonderful offerings at
Every day?
Yeah, all the time. They can throw these together like nobody's business. In fact, if you would believe it, I went in yesterday and said, guys, I need help.
Right.
Help, help, help.
Right.
We've got the Spiel coming in.
Okay.
We've got to deliver them some
gotta deliver.
goods
You gotta deliver.
for the segment. And they said, no
Okay.
problem. We'll have
Okay.
it together for you by tomorrow.
Okay, let's see. Here's what we got here. Here we go. How do you really eat these politely?
With a napkin. With a napkin, for sure.
Okay. Is this infused?
Yes.
Okay, are you sure?
I'm positive.
I'm sensing that this is infused with a schlafly cream. Schlafly?
I don't, I couldn't
Is that
tell
in
you.
St. Louis?
That is in St. Louis.
Okay.
Just 2 hours down the beaten path.
Wow.
From Carbondale, Illinois to St. Louis, Missouri.
Am I saying that right, Jason? Schlafly? Schlafly? A cream stout? Coffee stout?
Coffee stout.
Infused.
Infused.
Right in there.
I swear to goodness, they told me when I picked them up today, they said straight from the
From the
tap to the batter.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Look at all those plugs for different people and different businesses.
Delicious.
And the
It's
fact
perfect.
that my palate is just so advanced.
It is.
And I could just pick up
refined
on
as
that.
can be.
Okay, listen, have you ever had baklava, my friend? This is an offering.
Oh,
Here,
my goodness.
this is an
Oh, my
offering.
goodness.
I mean, you could get deals done just giving people like baklava. I want you to try that. You've never had
cheers?
baklava? Try this.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
I really miss my Greek friends. Isn't that delicious?
Oh my gosh. You know what?
Wonderful.
I will say, Andreas, his last name sounds awfully Greek.
It does, doesn't
If you were nice to him, he may have some recipes from the old country.
Really?
I don't
That
know.
he would divulge.
I don't know.
Would
I
he
don't wanna-
spill it in our kitchen?
Maybe if you ask him nicely.
Very good.
Oh gosh, that's so
All right.
good. That's so good.
What else you got? What else can you think of? What do people need to know in the way of drink, food? Because we're going to get into the center. We're going to get into the Varsity
We're
Center.
going to go through it. That we can make it happen, right?
Yeah.
We are a place that is afforded the capacity to cater in for anybody's needs,
Yeah.
what they would like.
Yeah.
We work with Cristados primarily because they are just a block up the street.
It's easy.
And they are
they're
so good.
They're good.
Oh my gosh.
Are there four people
We've
there
got
still?
four owners. We got four owners. Leah,
Okay.
Jennifer, and Nicholas were all original employees
Okay.
under Lorenzo Cristado.
Lorenzo Cristado.
Lorenzo Cristado. And
Right
no
there.
and no kidding, the fourth owner
Yes.
is Lorenzo's daughter, Rachel.
There it is.
It's wonderful.
And the Spiel studio is located at the corner of 13 and 148. We're always interested in receiving this
Wink, wink.
this type
Nudge,
stuff.
nudge.
All right, little joke. You got anything? Like knock knock? What?
Well, I'll tell you what.
What you got?
I had a show over last weekend.
Show?
That came
Okay.
together pretty nicely. But before the show, as
Yeah.
I was walking out of the bathroom, instinctively couldn't help myself.
Okay.
While another gentleman was in there utilizing the facilities,
You didn't talk, did you?
I shut the light off on him on my way out the door.
See, that's not even nice.
Oh, it's not. But I made it up to him. I got up on stage and he got to be part of the show. He wasn't on stage. I just said to the gentleman
Gentlemen,
who I accidentally shut the lights off on.
he did not accidentally do it. He did it on purpose. Okay.
Sometimes you just got to make up the joke as
Got
you
it.
go along.
Got it. Okay. I accidentally shut the light on.
And I said to that gentleman, if you're old enough to be at this show,
Okay.
you're old enough to go to the bathroom in the dark.
Oh, very good. Very good. All right, it's getting pretty deep in here, so we're going to go to break and we'll be right back.
Thanks.
Coming up on the Spiel.
When the city and the community brought forth a plan that really lined up with the cultural needs of the community, that's when Carasot said, you know what, this is going to be very valuable. We would like to hand this over.
We want every customer to come in here and feel like they got a great dining experience. We have a variety of cuts: sirloin, strip, of ribeye, filet.
Numerous cuts that are farm to table.
Without the pianists, it wouldn't be the Hideout. They play a certain song and they create the flow of the restaurant. Got an award for our Wine Spectator. We pride ourselves in carrying over 500 selections of wine. It's a nice upper casual dining experience.
Product that tastes second to none.
We're open 7 days a week, whether it's with a family for a date, an anniversary. Come visit us here at the Hideout.
Customer service starts from the first phone call.
When they call here, they get a real person, first ring. We like that.
We can do anything to where you need a licensed plumber to come in and do a good job at a reasonable price.
Residential, commercial.
We'll tackle anything.
Faucet repairs, sewer cleaning, water heater replacements.
We do good quality work at a fair price, and we've been doing it for 41 years.
We also give discounts to the veterans and elderly.
Take care of the people in a reasonable way.
Litton Enterprises, residential and commercial plumbing and heating.
Quality work at an honest price.
You're watching The Spiel.
The marquee has got a lot of original components that were here when it was built in 1940, and that were even here after it experienced a near total loss fire in the 1980s.
Right.
So some of the accents that you see up top there are some of the original pieces from the 1940s. Very, very cool stuff. Now they've had different facades throughout the years, as there has been different businesses and little side alcove here, the Varsity Grill, among other things. So it's very just kind of neat to see, kind of how we kind of keep the historical context while still modernizing the facade.
And it actually took the support of the community to want to keep it open.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. So in 2003, Karasotes Theater shut this theater down, and it took some communication and some politicking between the mayor at the time, Brad Cole, and the owners of the property, Karasotes Theater, to transition this property to board ownership. So then in 2008, this was actually established as a nonprofit property, and it's just been operating as a nonprofit ever since.
Why did they want to shut it down? It just didn't meet specs?
Well, they were opening new theaters, right? So there were other theaters opening on the other side of town, and this property was no longer viable for their business model. But they didn't want to just hand the property over and assume that they would have competition with that. So when the city and the community brought forth a plan that really lined up with the cultural needs of the community, and not just with, oh well, we're going to show movies and we're going to entertain. That's when Karasotes said, you know what, this is going to be very valuable. We would like to hand this over. Very interesting parts as well. One of the Karasotes brothers, one of the gentlemen that I think was either the son or the grandson of the founders, he worked at this theater when he was a young man and actually learned all the ins and outs of the business in this theater. So this was just as important to the folks that had initially built the building as it was to the community to receive it back.
They didn't want it to go away.
Yep.
This was the big screen, and then you had the projector from there? And
So way back when it was a single room theater, you had a massive seating area down here and a balcony upstairs. After the fire in the 1980s, it was split into 3 theaters, which is what we see now. Right now we're in our East Theater, and in here it used to be a 300-person seat theater. However, our resident theater company, the Stage Company of Jackson County, Illinois, what they did was they revamped this whole space to be used for theatrical production. So we reduced the seating capacity to 150, right? And then we built they built the stage area here, and then a workshop in the back, which is what I'll show you next.
Nice. Let's go look.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to open the door for you. Go ahead. I'm really enamored by the doors.
So we've got the women's dressing room. If you'd like to kick that door open.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh, yeah. See, this is where you know it's all looking good. Look at these lights. Let's check this out.
It's the real deal. We are actually behind our what we call the big room. That's our 515-person theater that we'll show you next.
Okay.
So it says,
look at that. No admittance.
No admittance.
I love to break the rules.
Break away.
Let's break it.
Break away.
It says not an exit.
That's why we're going in.
An entrance. Very good. Very good.
What's really advantageous about this space, right? As an old movie house, we're already set up for sound in every single room. As you see the old school pleated curtains on the walls.
Yes, perfect.
it's purpose built.
Yes.
And it's absolutely amazing. So right now with this room, we are in the process of renovating and remodeling it. So what we've done is for large shows in this room, we will bring in temporary staging.
Okay.
We will bring in professional sound folks like local sound production company Robco Audio, right? We'll set them up in the back there behind the railing, and we'll just make it work.
Well, let me tell you what else you could use. Listen, if we're going to be competitive, and we're going to get some people to come forward.
Yeah.
But it is essential that we have the reclining seats. We know of a theater in town that has the reclining seats. Always sold out. We go across the street. We can get into any movie anytime.
Right.
I don't even know if we have to offer drinks. Just the reclining seats.
Right.
People
And
want it.
And what we are going to do, hopefully, is be able to, in some way, shape, or form, reassess the seating setup here,
Yes.
put ourselves a dance floor in, right? Get some high top seating, make it a real full-on performance venue, right?
Just in case.
Not just old seating from the movie theater,
Love
but
it.
really next level performance space.
Next
That's
level.
what we're looking
So
for.
if somebody wants into next level performance, just send your money our way.
That's it.
Is this just another attempt to showcase the arts in Carbondale, or through this, is this some type of a fundraiser?
So this, what we have on the walls right now is an exhibit by local artist Leah Whale. Now, what we do with our gallery spaces, we offer the best of the best artists in this area the opportunity to come showcase their goods on our walls. We operate as any other art gallery would. They come in, they put them on the walls, they're welcome to sell them. We take a little bit of a cut off the top when they sell.
Right
so
there.
what we're going into next is our balcony theater. Balcony. And this is
That's
where
so exciting.
we will actually have Andreas playing
Yay.
this evening. So let's go check it out.
Okay.
So
Great.
this is our balcony theater. So we began to really push forward with renovations of this space in January of 2017.
Okay.
And then in May of 2017, we opened it and started utilizing it on a regular basis.
I like to sit up front.
So we've
When you miss the
got
punchline.
a couple of really neat things done with this space here. So
Yes.
Mr. Phil Bankister of the Bankisters, a now disbanded bluegrass group, but one of the well-known regional groups that has even topped the bluegrass charts, is the gentleman who helped put together and design all of this lighting and this sound system.
Nice.
So a state-of-the-art LED light system, as well as 2 large speakers.
Do you have to mortgage the house to bring your family to a movie here?
$5 for a movie ticket.
Why would you not come?
$5 for a movie ticket, $2 for a bag of popcorn.
What?
So let's go check out the booth up here real quick, and we'll show you some neat things that have been left over from the old theater. So it's a little messy up here, no doubt, but what's cool up here, there is an old half
Look at that.
of a movie projector.
Look at that. The Super Simplex.
It's neat stuff.
What?
Very neat stuff.
Yeah, you know what? It's a lost art, but it's great to encapsulate that from time to time, and I think you guys have done that here, which is really nice.
Thank you, thank you. That is our goal, is to both provide a modern context as well as a historical preservation.
Love it.
In this building.
Love it.
But there is something that is significant about this room.
Okay.
To me, in terms of our offering to our patrons, right? So, being built in the 1940s, this building did not require ADA compliance because the laws weren't in place then.
Right.
And as a fledgling startup that's working with a budget that we have to meet, we're not able to install what we would like to install to allow folks who are currently unable to traverse those stairs, the ability to get up here. So what we've done is we've actually ran equipment from this booth up here to where we will film anything occurring live on that stage down to our large television in the bar and gallery space. So everybody is able to access a show in here in some way, shape, or form and be in the building and be among people and enjoy entertainment here at the Varsity Center.
That's great. I love that.
Coming up on the Spiel.
You know, I did not know that a person could humanly control a guitar like that. Like, you were hugging it and I think maybe even bent it at one point, and then, what is that?
You know, it's actually a technique that I've kind of called 10-finger technique. And
Okay.
it's because I kind of use all my fingers,
Everything.
give them all credit.
I would encourage all of you to pay it forward and let that random act of kindness define us as a nation.
If your mission is to find big name brand beer, wine, and spirits at warehouse prices, you're in luck.
You're not going to find a better selection. We've got a military theme. We have people come in looking for items that are not commonly sold, and we tend to have the products that they're looking for.
If you don't see a product and you want that product, let one of our staff know. We add it to the list and we do our best to get that product in.
So if you want the largest selection of products at the lowest prices, you'd better fall in line.
We have a lot of products here.
At the lowest price to the consumer.
Lucky's Beer, Wine, and Spirits. Big name brands, warehouse prices. We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/Spiel On. The Spiel presents You're On, 100% original new music.
I'm Rick McKinney. And I run the McKinney's Western Store, me and my wife, Kim. My family has been around horses all my life. That's where I grew up with my mother and dad. So the Western industry is all that I knew.
I've always been interested in horses. I grew up riding. Rick and I met. It was just a love that we had together.
We're very family-based.
My children are just my life. My daughter, Elena, has gone far in her drive in the horse industry. As we go traveling on the road competing, we see what everybody is using and liking, and we try to find out what it is and bring it back home with us.
We try to carry very good quality products. Hundreds of pairs of jeans, several thousands of pairs of boots, saddles, and tack. An extensive line of feed.
Everything that has come our way has just been a blessing from God. We couldn't have come this far and stayed here that long without him.
And we've been here for 25 years now. I just want to be here for the customer. Anything they need, anything that the horse might need, that's what we're here for.
You're watching The Spiel.
Andreas Kapsalis, you are on, my friend. What does it feel like?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To be on?
I mean, it will depend what on is.
You're
but
just on.
I'm
like,
on this.
Here
I
it
guess
is.
This is great.
This is big.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I did not know that a person could humanly control a guitar like that. Like, you were hugging it, and I think maybe even bent it at one point. And then, what is that?
You know, it's actually a technique that I've kind of called 10-finger technique. And
Okay.
it's because I kind of use all my fingers.
Everything.
Give them all credit.
That's
because of
it.
That.
Everyone.
And I try to use everything, my whole body, and everything to kind of get every sound humanly possible out of the guitar.
And you do it. I mean, you absolutely. I mean, it's just a beautiful. Are you self-taught?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you start this journey?
Well, actually, I started when I was about 11 years old. My father was a violinist, so I learned a lot kind of watching him and that stuff. And then I was kind of playing guitar till about 18 years old, and I cut a tendon in my left hand.
I heard.
And I couldn't play for about half a year, and
Right.
they had to sew the tendon back together, and I had to do a whole physical therapy and everything. But
Right.
meanwhile, while that's healing, I learned to play the guitar with this hand.
Wow.
And I'm not ambidextrous, but I think maybe there's just the desire, the kind of depression of being away from my instrument, not
Sure.
even sure if I'm going to heal or be able to play ever again.
Sure.
Kind of, I was able to learn everything with this hand that took me about 6 years with this hand, with this hand. So that's kind of started it. And then and as soon as I brought both hands together, then I'm like, oh, now this is never ending.
You had a few obstacles to overcome, some injuries, some setbacks, some things that life happens,
Absolutely.
right? But I love what you said, that you can combat maybe some of those feelings of not defeat, but depression. And it's so easy for one to get down, but you never quit.
Yeah.
You never quit.
I think desperation is an amazing tool.
Yeah.
And also delusion. I mean, if I wasn't desperate enough to think, oh, I'm going to play with this hand, to compensate what this hand can't do,
right?
And to be desperate enough, I feel like whenever I teach students who ask me how do you do this, I say, well, honestly, to do it right, so you can break those boundaries that you might have in your own motor cortex to be able to do something like this. Tie your hand behind your back and force yourself to play with one hand, and just see what happens. If you really maybe create that obstacle, maybe something good can come out.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
The other thing that I enjoy about you is you mentioned your dad being a violinist, and I've read somewhere where maybe individuals devised a song for a piano or some other instrument, and you're like, nah, I'm pretty sure I can do it on this. I can do it on a guitar. And it was meant for another instrument altogether.
Well, I do love other instruments, actually. Guitar is, like we made the joke, don't play the guitar unless you're going to do something with it.
Make it a drum set and everything else.
And I feel like I love piano, I love oboe, there's cymbalum. There's not an instrument I don't have a little bit of envy that I wish I played that instrument. But guitar, as any instrument, is a full-time thing. And it's I admire multi-instrumentalists for that, who can do multiple things, because it takes a lifetime. That's why you see these guitar players in their 90s playing until literally they die.
That's right.
Because they
have to pry it out of their hands.
Yeah, and there's always that feeling of I could be better.
Sure.
I could be better. And, and that's great.
Where do you call home?
Chicago.
Okay.
Mostly for nostalgic reasons. I was born and raised there. But I love being on the road and kind of like calling the road my home,
Yeah.
you know, and I get so much love from people, from friends, and honestly, my biggest thing is the nature. I love, this is one of the advantages of touring by myself.
Sure.
I can put it on my list. I got a day off. I'm going to go hiking for that day.
There you go. This is a great place to do it in Southern Illinois. You know, I obviously would seek you out if I lived close enough for you to teach my child. Do you have people come in search of you just to learn? And can you really teach what you do?
You know, I do. I have taught for many years, and yeah, you can. I mean, I think everyone's different. That's the thing. And I remember trying this technique. You know, I mean, Eddie Van Halen has been doing touches of this. Lots of guitar heroes have touched on this thing. And
is this unique to you? I've never seen this move.
This I'll tell you this. This might look cool, but actually has a purpose.
Okay.
And I feel like sometimes when people do this technique, they do it because people are just impressed that, oh, look at these guys. And half the time they don't even have to do that, but people think it's cool.
Sure.
Everything I do because there's no other way to do it.
Okay.
And the sound is the best. And if the sound is best for me to just play traditionally, I'll do that.
Okay.
So you can teach it, but I think it is, since I taught myself, and I think I always had a hard time with teachers because I want to know how do you do that? And their answer was always so generic, and so I did it wrong every way until I figured out the right way.
But boy, it was right when it came out, wasn't it?
Now I can explain it to somebody who really wants to learn it more so because I've done everything wrong.
Yeah,
and I think it's important.
Where's your biggest accomplishment for you? What do you think has been a pinnacle, not the pinnacle? We're also always striving for that.
You know, big highlight was meeting Robert Redford when I got the Sundance Fellowship.
Yes.
And then composing music for film. I've always loved film soundtracks. So this was like a dream come true. I got to do the labs in Sundance in Utah, and then I did a soundtrack to a film that made it into the Sundance Film Festival.
Awesome.
And so I was at this film festival, and Al Gore was there, and the Police were there because their documentary was out that same year.
Sure.
All these films came out that same year. It was insane.
That's cool.
And it was totally out of touch, you know, what was going on. It was extreme and bizarre. But I got so much out of the labs and meeting, you know, I have a picture with Robert Redford, but I look so starstruck and ridiculous. No one will ever see it, but I swear to God it happened. But every time I have my friend, the guys who did the documentary that I did the soundtrack to, we have a picture together. I'm like, hey, come on, let me show me this picture. And I see myself and I'm like, oh my God.
You've done that a couple of times, right? Some documentaries,
Taking ridiculous
films.
pictures,
The ridiculous. You know what? That just comes with the visit. Many times I'm like,
yeah, it's so busy.
kind of like today. I mean, just a pleasure meeting you. I mean, I can tell that there's awesome talent here, and I love how you've come full circle. We're in the theater, you know, we're
this
here.
Is great.
Isn't it? You like this, the Varsity Center?
You know what? It's great too because this is very intimate and unique.
Yes.
The way it hugs the stage makes you feel welcome.
Yes.
And it's really nice because a lot of times when I play on a stage where there's like 20 feet, 30 feet before the first seat, I can't even see anybody.
There you go.
I'm so out of touch because I feed off of my audience's energy.
You can just reach out and touch.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's super special. And it's awesome too because it's really, there's nothing like it. I can't compare it to another theater anywhere else.
Greek American, you know we have some baklava in this show. We talked about that?
Yeah. Yeah, and I can make up baklava.
You cannot.
Well, let me tell you, it builds character because you realize it's a big lie. It's the most unhealthy dessert because it's like a pound of butter and a pound of walnuts and a pound of sugar. It's not honey. There's honey, but there's mostly sugar.
Bring it. Delish.
I know.
So
you know, I'll tell you, just thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's my pleasure. I mean, it's my honor. This is what I love to do anyway, so it's nice to share it with somebody who appreciates it.
Good luck to you, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, I know they're going to want to reach out and find you. You just encourage them to Google you, or you want them to go to a particular
Andreas
page?
Kapsalis or AK Guitar is my website. I'm on Facebook as well.
Got it. All right, thanks. We'll be right back.
To find out more about the Spiel or even watch past episodes, visit spielon.com. These days, video is everywhere. TVs, computers, even your phone. With so many ways to use video to reach your potential audience, it's become an important part of doing business. If you like the commercials you've seen during the Spiel, and if your business could benefit from a creative approach to telling your story, With attention-grabbing visuals and thoughtfully executed scripts, perhaps it's time you give Growing Media a call. We'd love to hear from you.
A lot of jobs are given to us because of our quality of work. We're motivated to be here for the customer.
When they call here, they get a real person, first ring.
A phone call comes in, after hours it goes to another live person who dispatches out. We're aggressive in making sure that we take care of the calls when they come in.
More qualified workers, more expertise.
To know that somebody values the work that you've done, that's the biggest reward you can get.
Litton Enterprises, residential and commercial plumbing and heating.
Three Rivers College, affordable, convenient, quality education. I was able to come here for free for 2 years, and that was a huge thing for me. You know, if I could go to school for free and not have to get out student loans the first several years, that's great. You can do it, and we can help. Three Rivers College, success starts here.
You're watching The Spiel.
Now, how was that? I mean, this is the spiel, and we know how to do it right. I mean, we have taken you on a tour. We have mixed some cocktails, some mixology. Who knew that you could put jam in a drink? It would dissolve and taste delish. I do want to tell all the chefs out there, if you would like me to do a taste testing, you know, it was easy to taste and say, what? Chocolate. Chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. That was easy, wasn't it, Rob? You never would have gotten the beer infusion, though, would you? So see, that means I have a refined palate, right? It was what? It is a coffee beer, like a stout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, out of the tap. You don't drink, obviously. Right, okay, and I shouldn't, so. But I do love the craft beer. It's very good. You know, I let you guys have your debut, and you were showing some of your movies. We can't show all of them because, well, they haven't been rated yet. Jason's, we know, will probably never be rated because I don't even know if it quantifies in any of those categories. But anyway, a very, very good display of works in theater, and this is where people come to showcase their talents. Big names, little names, all the names. This is sometimes where they get their start. And before you know it, you're in whatever theater, wherever USA, and you're watching these people. The other thing I would point out just this week, too many times, you know, you have these celebrities come forward and they say things and they have the attention of the whole wide world. And we need to be very conscious as to what we're saying because it's important. So many people are listening and watching, and sometimes they listen to you and they want to know how you would react to a certain situation or what you believe. I saw something on YouTube I wanted to share with you, the Denzel Washington bit. I'm going to send that to you and maybe we can share that with viewers.
Number one, put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that you think you see in me, everything that I've accomplished, everything that you think I have, and I have a few things, everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift.
But again, you know, this is where it happens. This is where we make magic, and we have our word of the week, which is right in line with the theater, the Varsity Center. What is our word? Thespian. Thespian.
Am I doing this with you?
It's relating to drama and the theater. Thespian talents. Yes, it's an actor or actress. All right, are you going to come down to my level? Or?
I'm going to try.
Yeah? Okay. You ready? It's 3 syllables. Thespian.
Right here.
Thespian. We didn't even, look, Julie, see how it's done? Something happens when we're on the stage right here. Jason, do you have anything else? Are you feeling inspired or?
Nope.
You're just happy we made a directorial debut of your movie?
That's right, The Resurrected Dead.
The Resurrected Dead. Okay, and again, our viewing audience, I would like, do not look for it on YouTube. It's not rated, it's probably not the best show for kids, but hey, it's Jason's talents at work. Daniel, you got anything you were gonna want to debut too? We're a drummer, okay, so maybe we'll put a little bit of Daniel in there just to say, hey, there's Daniel.
I do have a drumming video.
He has a drumming video. Did you direct it? Did you star in it?
I starred in it.
That was your theater.
I do a stick trick.
A stick trick.
Yeah.
And
I flip both the sticks.
you flip both the sticks before you hit the cymbals. Well, Rob, we have to get that. We have to get that. Have to do a little ditty with Timmy the Tractor. Maybe he can play out. Look at us. We're all star. A star is born right here. You did do Timmy the Tractor, and we're going to play a little bit of that as well. All right, that's it. We'll see you next week.
Farming life is so much fun. There's always a job that needs to be done. Something new to learn each day. Doing things the Timmy way. Help the farmer all day long. Wear a smile and sing a song. You know what you have to do, Timmy, it's up to you. Planting seeds, pushing plow and spreading feed. Rise and shine and greet the day. Doing things the honest way. Making time and pushing through. Doing what they have to do. Timmy and his farming friends. Working till the daylight ends. Timmy the tractor. Timmy the tractor and friends.
Yeah.
Our signature fruit punch mix. It's got several different components in it, but it's a secret.
Only available
I can't tell you. Only
at the
available.
Varsity Center.
No secret. No secret. It's already, but we're trying not to catch your hair in it because you've done so well.
Oh,
so
thank you. Actually, Ashley Nicole.
With an apple.
I'm sensing that this is infused with a schlafly.
There's just storage in there. But we are actually behind our what we call.
Because I kind of use all my fingers to give them all credit for that.
I'm excited. I mean, I'm appreciative of Angie coming in here and the whole crew coming in here and spieling with us.
Okay, and then we're gonna have maybe there's some humor. I think maybe use
So way back when it was
And we are here inside the Varsity Center. Probably thought I was going to say just spieling, right? I like to spiel it everywhere. We have spieled it out onto the stage. We're going to take you on a tour of the Varsity Center today. This is a theater. Is there a certain way you like to say theater or theater?
Theater.
Theater. Okay, so do you know what the definition of a theater is? What would you say?